if I'm wrong, please forgive me. Please forgive me. Okay. So, but I've been meeting and spending time with her, around the world. I've met her in different parts of this world. And one thing that I've seen in her business is massive level of perseverance. Like someone that encountered challenges, someone that got, knocked down, and she chose not to remain down. She picked herself up. I'm talking about someone that has experienced, really going low on the business. Someone that has experienced maybe even doubting whether she should be in the business or not. And now she is one of our top performers in the whole, not just in our team, I can tell you, in the whole of Southern Africa. And I've seen her how she has managed to build her business from scratch all the way to over 200 cc's. Guys, if someone is doing 200 cc's, and if someone smashes 200 cc's, it means in just over 3 months, they can be done with Ego Manager, which should take 12 months. So amazing, people. You're not just going to hear from an ordinary ego manager, but I want you to understand that she is an ego manager. She's a qualified ego manager. So definitely she can speak to us. She can train us. And I'm personally more than ready to hear from her. And I want to be sure that everybody here is ready. So if you are ready to hear from our keynote speaker, our main trainer this evening, all the way from the amazing Namibia, if you are ready, can I see your I am ready? Can I see your fire? Be sure that, people are ready and we are hungry and we want to learn from her. I am personally ready, and I am now taking my notebook. Very soon I'm going to shut my mouth. So Miriama, welcome. I want to give the floor to you. And I want to say once again, thank you so much for agreeing to take your time to share with us, to train us, to empower us, to pour yourself to us. I mean, you might think, you might take it lightly, but for us, we truly appreciate it. And one thing that we know for sure, it is only through learning from people that have achieved that we learn what it takes to achieve. So thank you so much, Miriama, and the floor is yours. Warm welcome, my leader.
Thank you so much, Enos, for this invitation. And good evening, everyone. Mambo VP. And I just want to know where you guys are connecting from. Which country are you connecting from? As we will be now continuing with the Eagle Refocus of August. Yeah. So thank you so much, our CSM, for inviting me for this Eagle Focus for August. So let me start, but I would love to hear where you are connecting from. Which country are you joining us from? And I'll assume you are all managers, because today we are going to speak a bit rough. We have already started congratulating those that not too sure why I cannot slide. Those that have developed their first supervisor. And then I was like, where is my first supervisor? And I'm sure I'm not the only one. But you know what? We are 3 months into the qualification, but we can still decide to develop those supervisors even before the end of August. All it takes is just a decision to decide that you are going to do it. So managers and above and all our guests this evening, my name is Miriama Nepando. I am a mom, and I did go to school. I have a master's in computer science with distinction. I work full time. I have an 8 to 5. And probably you are still you might be asking yourself, she's an Eagle manager, but why is she still having an 8 to 5? God loves me so much that he placed me in a position where my work environment does not really affect my business. In fact, I'm more productive when I wake up in the morning to go to work and then sneak in some hours to touch my business. And I'm an external Wi-Fi reseller for Telecom Namibia. It means I'm not fully employed by them, but I am their agent, and I am working my Forever Living Products business part-time. So I've been in Forever for 5 good years now. And there were moments as Enos have already explained, there were moments my business went down. There were moments I quit the business. But then there were also times when I came back and I decided to decide. So let's get into my forever journey. I started the business. I remember it was in March 2020 when I connected with a total stranger on Instagram where she was running an ad of C9, which is a nutritional cleansing program. And I hope we all know it because we don't have non-forever business owners. But if you are a guest and you have never heard of C9, so it's a nutritional cleansing program that you need to take. So I was excited about that, and that's what got me in business. And I remember becoming a supervisor 6 months into the business. And I think in my second or third month, I was a top retailer. My sponsor loved the recognitions. And I think this business is all about recognition. So I was being recognized every other month and then. So it was during COVID. Life happens and things didn't go well. That most of us, people that I've introduced in the business and myself, we were giving up that maybe this thing doesn't work. But look at us now. If I have to come back with a comeback, I'm currently a senior manager in the marketing plan of Forever Living. I'm a qualified Eagle manager, and I'm busy with my. I'm not. I'm done with the visa application to Phuket. I'm just waiting for the results. Is it approved or not? But believing in God, I know it will be approved. And we are getting ready for Phuket just because we qualified for Eagle manager. And I'm presenting from Namibia. 13 Namibians with their plus one will be going to Phuket this year. And I don't think the number even reached 3 in 2024. And I'm a Forever to Drive level 1 qualifier. I ran for this amazing incentive after my upliner Enos decided to spoil us. We are spoiled brats in this business. So he gave an incentive that whoever
Ladies and
achieves
gentlemen,
Carplane by December
this
last
is
year, you get a
business. So,
$500 cash. And I was like, cash, $500, I'm gonna go for that. And I did it. And as he mentioned, I once reached a 200 club. I don't know how, but we thank God for it. And I've been on 100 club, I think, for 5 consecutive months. And went off. I remember producing or developing two managers, different lines in 1 month. That was in the month of February this year. And then I went off the 100 club, came back, went off. But it's a journey, so it doesn't need to be straight. But we thank God that we are here today. And my task tonight is just to take you through the Eagle manager and how you should focus on becoming an Eagle. There's nothing amazing. And I mean, this is my first time qualifying as an Eagle manager, but I'm so, I would say I'm blessed because I've already attended an Eagle managers retreat. And when I came back from that retreat, my friend, I don't think I'll ever want to miss an Eagle manager qualification. Never, ever. So what fueled my Eagle manager journey? Number one, Number one, when I became a manager, we had to sign up and attend a managers convention. That was last year in 2024, because I remember becoming a manager in September 2023. So we attended a managers convention in February 2024 in Drakensberg, and that was the first time I met Enos. And we were so, it was an amazing training. And there we even affirmed, if you see that picture there, I am an EMR 25 qualifier. So we had to affirm, and in that training, we even cried. It was an amazing training that everybody, almost everyone, or maybe I can say, even if I don't know everyone who was there, I am sure 80% of people that were there did qualify or to become Eagle managers also. So I did that affirmation. That convention changed everything for me. Came back and said, I'm running for Eagle. I remember landing in Windhoek in the evening, and the next morning I had my first training for my team just before I leave the city, because I don't reside in the capital city in Namibia. And then the next thing was attending an Eagle managers retreat. I was invited by my friend and business partner, senior Eagle manager Selma Angolo, to be one of her plus one last year to the Rock the Boat unforgettable experience that we had with Forever in Italy. And it was so amazing because we were on that ship for 4 days. cruising from one port to the other, from Ravenna, Italy to Trieste, and then we went to Croatia and back, and we had an amazing, amazing time. That photo you are seeing there, us holding Rock the Boat with Enos looking like a flight attendant, and my sponsor in red, Veronica Kunja there. Next is Selma Angola. I mean, that was a party we had. And from that event, I said, never, ever. I know it's life, it's business, it happens, but I've made a decision to be qualifying for Eagle Manager. Now, I hope I'm speaking to someone who is making that decision right now without knowing where the CCs are going to come from, that they are running for Eagle 2025, 2026. So for me, it was different because I had an opportunity to attend. Now, Enos already mentioned earlier that you cannot decide, even if you have all the money in the world, to say you are going for the Eagle Managers Retreat, you are for yourself. You have to be either a qualifier or a +1 to somebody who has qualified. So for me, I was a +1. And this time around, I am a qualifier going with my +1. Do you get it? And I'm sure this person that I'm going with, next year she will be a qualifier with her +1. So I truly give appreciation to Selma Angolo, who qualified for this Eagle Manager and chose me to be part of this journey, because then if it wasn't her, I'm not too sure if I would have been here, but it was one of the things that fueled my Eagle Manager journey. And then also learning and affirming Eagle, watching Eagle Focus training videos on YouTube. There are a whole lot of them. And just even in this new qualification, this new year of Eagle that started this year in May, we have already SADC, Forever Southern Africa, we have already attended 3 Eagle Focus trainings. So if you have not, or maybe you don't know where these videos are posted, they are posted on Forever Southern Africa YouTube page. And then here we are on from the Achievers Global. We have already attended 2 from my friend Katrina Kalwenya, who is also a brand new Eagle from Namibia, and then from Blandina Njau. So if you are in this training, seriously, you have no reason to not decide to become an Eagle Manager. After this, go back if you haven't watched the other videos and fuel yourself up. And while you are watching, you are affirming and you are learning how to run for Eagle, because this incentive is for you. Now, rewards of becoming an Eagle Manager and exclusive, it's a yearly incentive. So you can be a manager and not qualify for Eagle Manager. Maybe you qualify this year and not qualify next year. So it's a yearly incentive, and that's good because it brings the competition on. You cannot just be going on, I'm Eagle Manager, I'm Eagle Manager. No, 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 no. And it will become questionable. Last year, I was seen in Italy, even by people who don't know what is Eagle Manager. So they believed that I was also an Eagle. This year, I'm going to Phuket. Now, people want to see. Now, these people that have seen me in Italy last year, and they are going to see me in Phuket this year, I'm sure when I come back, it will be message after message, call after call. I think I am ready. And this is also for you. Start planning Eagle now so that when we come back from Sun City next year, am I communicating? Are you there? When we come back, you are going to be a senior or a soaring Eagle Manager, because then your business is going to just boom, grow. So it's a yearly incentive. So you get to earn more than a normal manager. So that's one of the rewards. And I think Enos has already touched on it. And I've seen it in my earnings when I was just a normal manager and when I am an Eagle Manager. And also you get to qualify for this retreat. I cannot stop speaking about this retreat because it was really amazing to be on that ship to rock the boat in Italy. And now we are already getting ready for Phuket. I've seen the hotel where we are going to be staying, and it's amazing. So you get to celebrate the Eagle Manager achievement with other Eagle Managers, and it will be an exotic location with your +1. And this experience will motivate you to continue building an Eagle Manager business. And then you also get to network with other Eagle Managers. And in the end, you can even have new friends and new business partners, because it's in the end, it's not just forever. You understand? So it's networking. And then let's get into how I became an Eagle Manager. I mentioned what fueled me. And then motivation alone or fuel alone is not enough. There are some things that needs to be done to get those CCs in the system, to shock the system. And for America to say, yes, she has qualified, she is an Eagle manager, and for the country sales manager to give that call, congratulations, it's official, you are an Eagle manager. So, how did I become an Eagle manager? First and foremost, I became intentional. I made that personal decision at the managers' convention that I'm gonna run for Eagle manager incentive, and I didn't do it alone. I'm one of the blessed forever business owners. I tell you, I have support. My sponsor, she will come into my, you are supposed to be the one going to your sponsor, but mine comes. I know it's not the right. Please forgive me, sponsor. I love you for that. But because it's from her heart that she wants to see me win. So with her help, and with my I got getting the right person to mentor me in this business. So my personal decision and the help of my sponsor got me to this beautiful poster written Phuket EMR Eagle Manager. Congratulations, Namibia, my name and all that. And then the other things that were done are business presentations and trainings, especially face to face. I cannot count how many times I sacrificed my weekends, being a mom of two boys, how many times I sacrificed my weekends. Friday evening, I'll be on a bus. I'll arrive next day in the morning, do a training, and go back. Or maybe do a training, sleep in that, because most of my trainings were out of the town where I was living. But I also did presentations where I'm staying. So now, with all those presentations that I did, especially the face to face ones, because we already have team online ones, so I decided to focus more on face to face. I invited massively for both face to face and then also the ones that we have online. I was running ads. I did watch videos on how to run ads, and I recruited. So this Ego Manager incentive or qualification came from recruiting massively. And I also launched my downline. So when you sponsor someone, you get that preferred customer profit. My profit was to invest back into them. I have traveled to different towns, towns that are in my country that I've never been to before because I had no reason to go there. But after joining and starting my forever journey and deciding to run for Eagle, I was for the first time in Ludret last year. I think it was in April, or was it in March? I launched a lady called Lucia there, and she attended the Rise Up, which was a training in South Africa in Feb, just right before managers convention. And I've been to towns like Walvish Bay this year. I've done so many launches: Swakopmund or Chivarongo. These are towns that are in Namibia, and they are towns that are around 400, 500, 600 kilometers away from me. And the furthest, I think, is 900 or 1,000, and that's Katima Mulilo, where I'm building and having an amazing team. Now, with all this, it paid off. The sacrifices of the long weekends, the money that I used. I did not charge people for the venues, but you can. I'm just saying how I did it my way. And I also had a plan, or I focused on developing supervisors with the mentorship of my sponsor, because she taught me that forever is about developing supervisors. Once a person becomes a supervisor, it's easier to see if they want to run or they want to crawl. Those that are running, you run with them. Those that are crawling, you crawl with them. And we went on a mission to develop as many supervisors as possible through team incentives with a goal of getting them to manager. And I started developing my managers last year in November. I remember developing two managers in November to December. There were global qualifications, so it reflected in December. And then two more managers in February this year, two different legs, and they qualified in the same month. Now you can only imagine what type of work, how many calls I was taking, how what focusing on two people that are closing in the same month was not easy at all, but I did it. And if I can do it, you too can duplicate this, and it can also happen for you. Then we also ran for Kaplan incentive, and I remember we were 7 of us that qualified from Namibia, from our Chief Achievers Global team. where we were running for this $500, my friend. It was an incentive by Enos. Enos, we enjoyed that money, in case you don't know. So all these things fueled us to become Eagle managers, and those are just some of them. Being intentional about your business, make that personal decision. If you haven't done it yet, do it this evening. Do business presentations. Doesn't matter what level you are in the business, you need to start doing business presentations, inviting, training your team, launching them. And all these trainings are already available on YouTube channels that you just need to watch, and then you duplicate. Develop supervisors with the goal of them um, becoming managers, and run for Kaplan incentive. This Kaplan incentive, whoever came up with it thought very well, because then it unlocks doors to so many other incentives. You want to run for your global Larry incentive, you want to run for your chairman bonus, but you don't want to be running sweating. You want to cruise nicely. Even when you get there, your face doesn't look stressed when you are going to receive that check. But you have to start doing it now. Run for Kaplan incentive right now before you become an eagle, and then you will see how you are going to shock that system. Now, this was my system last year. This where I am now. I remember closing Eagle Managers 2 months before the end of the qualification, and I closed my Eagle with double the CCs that were required, the total required CCs. Um, Forever is saying do 720 before CC active every month, be leadership qualified. So instead of the 720, God said double the 720. I did 1,445. Yes, the 100 new CCs, those, if you look at it, it was 500 CCs. And then I did have my 2 supervisors, and that was the basic qualification, and I qualified. Now, I want to say that my business last year, this time, I was not even a 60 club. I was not yet there. But Enos did tell you that I was once a 200 club. I did hit 100 club for 5 consecutive months. But this time, last year, I was doing barely 40, 50 CCs. But I still believed I was going to become an eagle. And this year, we are just in August. I took this screenshot today, and the required CCs, we are not even looking at them anymore. We are now focused on developing that Eagle Manager line, because you have a full year, 12 months to get the 720, and then we are already at 477 and done with the 100 CCs. But where are the supervisors? So my ratings are no more on the 720. They are on the number of supervisors and when am I developing them, and on Eagle Manager, because now I'm required to have at least one Eagle Manager, and my 5 Eagle Managers are on track with this Eagle Manager. So maybe instead of one required is one, and then you have might be 5 next year, and we are really trusting God for that. So you can decide, take a screenshot of how your business looks today, have faith, place it somewhere, and just decide that you are running for Eagle, because things can change any day, anytime, provided you focus, you do the basics, and you just run for that Eagle Manager incentive. So I'm not gonna go through the qualification criteria anymore because Enos did mention, but if you have joined us late, I'm just gonna run through quick. You should be a manager to run for Eagle Manager. You should be 4CC active every month, and you should be leadership bonus qualified. And you should achieve, if you are a first time Eagle, you are going to be a first time Eagle, achieve at least a total of 720 case credits, and 100 of those CCs should be new. So you regionally sponsor and develop 3 new supervisors globally, so they can come from any country. And if you are a senior manager, you need to have 1 Eagle downline within your downlines. And if you are a soaring manager, you must acquire at least a minimum of 3 existing Eagle downlines, or at least 1 new Eagle downline that is not under another qualifying Eagle manager. And we will meet at Sun City, South Africa next year, October. Now, what are you going to learn at the retreat that you cannot decide to pay for yourself? You are going to learn, or you are going to be, you are going to enjoy with other eagles. You will be learning from top forever business owners and executives. You get to mingle with the executives of forever. And then you also get to exchange business tips with other global leaders, and they will help you build a lasting team engagement. Now, I was at Sun City this year. I grew my business by running incentives, and I gave my team an incentive, and we went to Sun City for 3 days, and we came back, attended Rise Up Masterclass in February in South Africa, and then came back home. Now, all these amazing ladies that qualified for this incentive right to Sun City, they are all managers, and one of them is an assistant manager. So this is to say, people need to be trained in different zones, not just their comfort zones. So if you take them to a place and then you take them to the top exclusive trainings like the Rise Up, we had our guest speaker was Jane Leach. So you can only imagine a person who attended Jane Leach Rise Up Masterclass. When they come back, what do? They become managers. And that's what I did. And when we go next year, in case you haven't been to Sun City, you are welcome to start asking me, so how in Sun City, which hotel do you think? Yeah. Yes, those kind of questions, because now I'm already exposed. So when I go back next year, it will be, more amazing, because I know what to do and when. So what should you focus on your business of building an ego manager business? You should focus on duplicating your business. Whatever activities you do, they should be duplicatable by your team. If your team cannot duplicate it, then know it's hard and it won't be fun. And focus on income generating activities. Let the team make money. Most of the people join forever with the aim to earn an extra income. Not all, but most. Some join because of the amazing products. I joined because of the products, but then my finances were also not in order. And then I decided to focus the gold on financing, and now things have changed. So focus on income generating activities. If a person sees the income coming in, really, they will grow, because then they are also excited. And I love it when a downline calls or texts that I sold what, I made this profit. You understand? It's so amazing, because and especially if you have done some of these activities together with them, and then they come and tell you, today I went to town with my clear bag, because last Saturday I went with them, and this time around they went alone. And then they tell you they sold this. It hits different as a mentor. So let's do those income generating activities. Doesn't matter what level you are, because then remember, your energy, your team milks from your energy. What you are doing is what they are going to do. And let's continue giving team incentives as a motivation for the team to grow. Even me as a manager, I was still given a motivation to run for Kaplan. And it wasn't supposed to, because I was already in a position understanding what Kaplan means. But because we are led by the best, we were given that incentive. So let's give team incentives. They can be as small as, giving maybe do this type of CCs, be 5cc active, qualify for a spa. It motivates the team. And run for other incentives as you are running for ego manager. Right now, you are building structure in your business. Don't only focus on ego manager alone. Because if you qualify for Kaplan this year, then it will release the tension of running for Kaplan in 2026 when you are running for your chairman bonus. My sponsor wrote that in the group yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense, eh? Because now I'm not even focused on Kaplan anymore. Every month it's already ticked green. So as you are running for ego manager, think Kaplan, 50 case credits the first month, 100 case credits the next consecutive months, 150 case credits the third consecutive month, and boom, those are how many case credits that you have achieved in just 3 months. And you remember that you are running for Eagle 4. Now we are already in the qualification period. It's 3 months in. Now imagine you can even be done with your Eagle in December or in November or in October, and then you focus on your downlines. So let's do this, leaders. Don't only focus your laser focus on ego manager, but think of adding an incentive to that. And then structure your business so well, know what you want to achieve already in 2026 and 2027. Because don't start thinking like how I used to think, how I was more minded, just thinking of becoming a manager and forgetting that after manager there's ego manager. Don't think like me. Now you have to have a structure that as you are running for eagle, you are also thinking car plan. You are also putting in a structure in your business that you are developing at least 2 managers this year, so that they can both run for the 600 manager lines next year. You know, it's a business, you never know which one is going to perform. And if they start in January, it's even better. Now, if you by any chance you were invited and you are not yet a manager and you don't understand what we are talking about, do not worry. Right now, just focus on becoming a manager, at least latest by September, because you can still run for Eagle. And we have people that are in our team that have finished manager last year in September, and they still ran for Eagle and they still became Eagle managers. So let's have structure. Get back to your sponsor or mentor and ask them how you can structure your business in the next 2 to 3 years. And if you do that, definitely you are going to cruise on earning those incentives. Now, what are the characteristics of an Eagle manager? For the Eagle managers that I have met, that I have associated myself with, that I have networked with in different towns, in different countries, this is what I saw in them. And if you don't have this yet, start um, doing what I'm going to share now. An Eagle manager is coachable. You should be coachable. When we tell you that this shouldn't be like this, it should be this. Listen and implement. An ego manager seeks guidance. You cannot walk through this journey alone. You might think you know everything. You know, I did something that costed me millions because I didn't know. So you might think you know everything on how to qualify for every other incentive. But chances are there is just that little something that is going to cost you if you don't seek guidance. Work closely with your mentor, be coachable, and yeah, that will give you the characteristics of an ego manager. Then you should be laser focused. Ego managers are focused. They give their business the attention that it needs. They can decide. I remember when we were in Italy, there's this leader who just bought herself a new car. She was disappearing every time, but it's because she had, we are supposed to be enjoying and, chatting, enjoying the ice creams, the vibes, the scenery. But she goes back to the room to do her presentations because she was a focus and she was not yet an eagle. She's just 14 months in the business and she qualified for eagle in the same year that she started her journey. And I remember her starting in March last year, and she's already an eagle. Last week she was showing off her first car. And this is to say, these are some of the characteristics I saw in her. Focused, and she gives her business attention. So as an eagle that you are going to become, or that you are, you need to give your business the attention that it needs at any given time. And we cannot shy away, because the business we are representing or that we are in is about health and nutrition. So we need to look like the business. Huh? You cannot be the one marketing C9 and you look like you are the one that needs C9. So we ego managers, they eat healthy, they live a healthy lifestyle, they work out, and they read and rest. So these are the characteristics we want to see in you. Start eating healthy, start working out, start reading, and start resting. I'm not saying start having a flatter tummy. No, we have different body structures. So, but if you are eating healthy, to be seen through your skin, the glow will be there. And if you are working out, you even get that mental clarity. And you also get to network with different people, and those are your customers. Get to read as many books as possible and get enough rest. As an ego, you need to rest because you have a team to manage, and it will not be easy if you are managing a team and you are stressed or you don't get enough rest. And as an ego, you need to be prayerful. Do not depend on your own strength. Give it all to God, because then this is a huge business. You find that you have a team leading a team of more than 500 people, of more than 1,000 people, and you did not even go to school to study a qualification to lead more than 1,000 people, but it found you in the business. So give it to God. Don't rely on your own strength. And be fast to forgive. You know, tensions will be there, misunderstandings will be there, but learn not to hold grudges and learn to forgive. This will help you faster. And you need to pick up this very, very soon. Because if you decide I'm no more going to talk to this person, the day you will need them, you will struggle for 12 hours just to send that two-letter word hi because you are holding a grudge against the person. So let's learn to forgive. We were already born not perfect from our mother's womb. So, as an ego manager, you have to adapt and you have to pick up this very fast. And you should have a plan, your yearly plan, your monthly plan, and your daily plan in different areas of your life. We cannot be seeing you at every other event. If you are this person that doesn't miss family events, there are some events that you might have to miss because you have to sacrifice to attend to your business. Not every wedding invitation you must attend. No, because then if you have planned and you know that this Saturday you should be doing a presentation in here, you can send a gift and then you can go visit the couple later. It does not harm, provided it was not part of the plan. So this is also teaching people that we are now professional business owners. If they are inviting us, they need to do it in advance because we have tight schedules. You understand? So you are not available every time because you are an ego and you are focused. You understand? So these are some of the characteristics that you should start becoming. Don't be saying now this Saturday because I planned a business presentation and there's who's wedding, I'm gonna go to the wedding and not attend the business presentation or not hold that business presentation. You know the system forever. The forever system does not know where you were. It's just waiting for the CCs to clock in. So the decision is yours. So as I'm coming to the end, I know I've spoken long enough, and I know you have taken note of some of the things that I've shared. As I'm coming to the end, I want us to understand that in this business, you have not made it that now you are a manager, you are no more recruiting. No, you have to continue sponsoring. And you don't just sponsor, start looking for inspired and self motivated people. They will help you build a high performing team. Because then, if you are this person, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's happening in your countries, but it has started in Namibia and it's hurting us so bad because you have prospected someone, you are just waiting for them to decide that day, and then they come to your inbox and tell you, somebody paid for me. For me, at first it used to hurt me, but now it's very normal. Like, you tell me somebody paid for you, I'm like, okay, if somebody had to pay for you just to start, how are you going to be doing your 4cc? And then I move on. So as you are recruiting, look out for those inspired and self-motivated people, because then they are going to run from day one. Now I'm having this photo there, the lady I'm sitting directly next to, in a black top, she became a manager in July. She started doing business presentations just when she was at supervisor level. And she started the business in 2023, but she only became a manager now. And she never gave up, although it was frustrating that she had to be in business for 2 years before she closed manager. But you know what? She is our next Eagle manager. I know for sure, because um she has done what managers are doing. She started doing it at supervisor. Now you can only imagine if she doesn't lower her speed. If she speeds up as a manager now, she's going to rise. So let's recruit motivated individuals, and let's train and mentor our teams. Providing training and mentoring supports team growth and skill development effectively. Now, this is one thing. I belong to Team Unstoppable Global. I know we have different teams in the world in forever, but one thing that our mentor makes sure that we do not lack is training. There's always a training happening every month, every week, and we are truly grateful for that. And this is also one of the trainings. And it's because we belong to an amazing team. And then also Forever Sadek makes sure we have trainings. And I'm sure Forever Tanzania also, because I do follow the official Forever Tanzania page on YouTube, Ghana and Nigeria as well. So train your team, mentor your team. It's no more about you. Help them get to where you are, or even help them bypass you and perform more than you, because it's possible. And a productive network, um, encouragement and support to create a productive and engaged team environment. This is really needed. Your business should be a place where a person wakes up and they want to do the business because they are under your mentorship. You understand? So create that environment for your downlines. Let them have access to you. Support them and let them be productive. You can measure their their performance. Don't just get to the month end when you need CCs. No, plan in the beginning of the month and check on them. How is it going? And by then, by the end of the month, the business has worked itself because you have encouraged this person from the very beginning. And the aim is not CCs, the aim is to see them grow in their journey. And while you are also building your Ego Manager business. Now, there are performance benchmarks and timelines that one need to set. For Forever Southern Africa, we have the Ego Focus group. It's starting this month. And then you need to meet a certain target in every 3 months for you to be there. So we also need to set this by ourselves. When are you going to be done with your first supervisor? When are you going to be done with your 3 supervisors? You need to set targets, because then you cannot just be running because you are running. No, 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 no. There should be deadlines. And then there should be time on reviewing what you have done. You understand? And then you rate your performance. You and your sponsor can be doing this every after 3 months, because we don't want you to find it's February, Ego Manager closes in April, it's 2 months before the incentive closes, and you are done with all the other CCs, but you do not have the supervisors. And then now you want to trick the system, you want to buy supervisor CCs. No, 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 no. We are not going to do that. For as long as you were blessed enough to be in today's August Refocus, we have to set these benchmarks and standards, and then decide when we are going to achieve what as a team. Let's do it. And it's good competition, because then you'll be on track with your Ego Manager business. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I've spoken enough, and we will meet in Sun City, South Africa. Please say hi to me when we meet. Let's connect, because October 2026 is just around the corner. So, from me, Miriama Nepando, let's go Ego, because we are all Ego managers. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Miriama. I truly appreciate, and massive congrats. Once again, thank you so much for sharing your journey, and for even being vulnerable to really take us through all the ups and the downs, and sharing where you were last year, a time like this, and also how you managed to close very strongly. And that just confirms you are an ego. You are truly an ego. You did not just qualify for ego manager. No, you are truly an ego. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And just to close the meeting, I want to remind you of some of the very important things that Miriam mentioned. And I love the way she had put, those points on who you need to be or how you need to be so that you can be an ego manager. Now, it's very normal to be excited on meetings like this, and to live excited, but not to have an action point. So before we say bye bye to each other, and we're gonna I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna unmute everybody when we're saying bye bye, so we can give a massive thanks to our trainer Miriama. Before we do that, I want to give everybody a moment, maybe just 1 minute, of you to think and make a decision of what are you taking from this training. What are you going to implement from this training? There has to be something that you're going to implement. even if it's to start using C9. And thank you for saying it's not necessary to have a flat time, because I was not sure if I was gonna put on my video. so so I wanna put a timer here, guys. Very seriously putting a timer, and let's give each other 1 minute to make a decision. What are you going to do from this training? What points have you taken? What habits are you taking? What benchmarks are you putting from this training? 1 minute, guys. I'm going to put the timer on right now.